Hello and a very warm welcome. Massive F1 breaking news as Sergio Perez will leave Racing Point. I nearly said Force India straight away. He will leave Racing Point. Struck with COVID-19 earlier in the season, the consistent Mexican is leaving Racing Point, and that pretty much confirms Sebastian Vettel is going to Racing Point. Now, Vettel is not official, but that pretty much confirms it, so wow, Sergio Perez leaves Racing Point, and it looks like he's got no plan B, so he could be actually off the grid. It's crazy that we're losing quality drivers like Hulkenberg, Perez, yet we've still got Grosjean and the Haas boys on the grid. It's sad, it's very sad. Sergio Perez, a quality driver, Force India, Racing Point, McLaren, Sauber driver. He's always very underrated, is Sergio Perez. Been on the podium in mid-table cars, but he will leave Racing Point at the end of the season, and that surely means Sebastian Vettel is going to Racing Point in 2021. Obviously, we got Ferrari's 1000th race, and Vettel is putting the knife in the back of Ferrari, and he's probably going to announce it at Ferrari's 1000th Grand Prix. Interesting, all the politics that go on in F1. Massive breaking news as Sergio Perez announces he will leave Racing Point, and he's probably going to end up without a drive. Surely Haas have to give Perez a seat, like Grosjean out, put Perez in the Haas. It's crazy that we, like I said before, it's crazy we lose the likes of Hulkenberg, Perez. It doesn't seem right, does it? But just broke now on the F1 app, Sergio Perez will leave Racing Point at the end of 2020. Lance Stroll obviously will keep his drive because his dad owns the team, part of the team. Vettel looks like he's going to Racing Point. Sergio Perez is without a drive, but surely someone will snap him up. I'd be amazed if Perez is sitting on the sidelines like Nico Hulkenberg. A very underrated driver, and he's always performing, Sergio Perez, like 2012 Malaysia, should have won that race in a Sauber, crazy times. Then he went to McLaren, rattled Jenson Button didn't like it, then adios Sergio, and then he's always been at Force India Racing Point. I feel really sorry for him as well, because when Force India were going through that Force India Racing Point, they changed to Racing Point, he saved a load of jobs. He saved like a load of jobs, did Sergio Perez. But it was always going to be the way. Lance Stroll, his dad's in the team, so obviously he's going to stay. Perez gets kicked out, even though he's been so loyal and saved people's jobs. But wow, I'll be amazed if Sergio Perez doesn't find another seat on the grid. Surely someone's got to snap him up. A quality driver, probably the best tyre saver in F1, beautiful at managing the tyres. Let's hope Sergio Perez can find a seat. I mean, he's had a whirlwind 2020. COVID-19, misses the Silverstone races, and now he's basically out the sport unless he finds a seat. And that basically means Vettel is surely going to Racing Point. Perez is going to leave Racing Point. Vettel is going to go to Racing Point, but that's not official yet, but it probably will be. Wow, so me saying Sebastian Vettel is going to retire has looks like I've got that one wrong. Sergio Perez will leave Racing Point at the end of 2020. Wow.